Hello and welcome to Backstage Buzz, where we'll be learning about a new performing group who's rehearsing at the MAC, the Youth Symphony of DuPage. Ben Nadel is with me today, and he is the music director and symphony orchestra conductor of this group that is dedicated to bringing advanced ensemble training and performance opportunities to talented young musicians from DuPage County and the surrounding Chicagoland area. Welcome, Ben.
Thank you, Diana.
And you are also
the associate conductor and orchestra librarian for New Philharmonic here at the MAC.
And so Ben is our assistant orchestra director at New Phil, so he's been around, and you do conduct once in a while. You get to do a song here and there for New Phil.
Absolutely.
And now this is your new orchestra, so we wanted to share with everybody about Ben's growth as a conductor for Youth Symphony.
I have to actually say, and I just thought of this because you mentioned it, the whole reason I even found out about this position to begin with was because of New Philharmonic.
How?
In my educational outreach, when we did a side-by-side with Mateo Valley High School, the orchestra director for the high school was the former music director for Youth Symphony of DuPage.
Okay.
He was on his way out, and he saw me rehearsing with his group, and he said, "Oh my gosh, this is the person I have to recommend."
Nice.
So
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
See, you did a good thing. You did outreach and you got a job out of it.
Yes.
And so Youth Symphony DuPage is a youth symphony orchestra for how many ages? It's quite a big range, isn't it?
It is. We serve all the way from elementary through high school. So yeah, and we have 4 ensembles that is all audition based, and the placement is just entirely based on the ability. So naturally we have some younger groups who haven't been playing as long, and then the more advanced groups have been playing for quite some time.
So are there some young kids in the more advanced group because they're just exceptional, or?
It happens every once in a while. Typically we find that the elementary school children usually end up in either Sinfonietta or Philharmonia, which are the younger 2 groups. But every once in a while, if we have someone who, started playing when they were 4 years old, and
they're exceptional.
They've been playing for a while, they practice all the time. Yes, I have had students get into the upper ensembles early.
And so there's 4 groups.
Yeah.
So grade school?
Yep.
Junior high? And high school, or?
Generally, but the age is very mixed. The whole point is, in your school ensembles, especially in your elementary and middle school, you're often placed with your grade level. Mm-hmm. And in a youth symphony, it's entirely based on ability. So you have, in your average 6th grade orchestra, you might have some students who have been playing for 5 years already, or some who are just starting or it's their second year. For the youth symphony, you get placed entirely based on your levels. So you're with people who are at the same place you are in your journey.
So, and do you do how many concerts a year?
We do 3.
3 concerts a year with each grade level?
Yeah. Yep, with each one.
And your concerts will be at Wentz?
Yep, Wentz Concert Hall in Naperville.
So how can we get your orchestra to maybe perform in the lobby before a New Phil one time?
Oh my gosh, it's certainly a discussion that we're having with New Philharmonic right now.
It'd be great to expose, the New Philharmonic audience to the next generation, right?
Yes, and vice versa. I want all of our YSDP students to experience New Philharmonic.
Exactly.
Some of their teachers happen to play in New Philharmonic.
Oh, really?
So yeah, it's happened a few times now where I've had a New Phil member come up to me and say, "Hey, my student's auditioning for your ensemble, get ready." I say, "Bring them on."
Well, you were looking for a home because where were you rehearsing before?
We used to rehearse at the Arrowhead Golf Club, just like a 5-minute drive from the MAC. Before that, the orchestra rehearsed at Benedictine. And around the time of COVID, I believe that ended. So in the meanwhile, they ended up at the Arrowhead Golf Club. And this is my now 2nd year with them. So my 1st year, we were at the Arrowhead, and I said, have you ever considered the MAC? And our board president said, absolutely, we've considered the MAC. We reached out, but we didn't really know who to reach out to. I said, I happen to know exactly who to reach out to here, so that worked out.
And it's difficult, I think what people don't understand is the MAC does 267 performances a year.
Yeah.
Between college music, college theater, college dance, New Phil, BTE, touring, and then all the other events that the college has, right? Like in service and this lecture and that talk, and then the visiting artist series talks. So to commit to being there on a Thursday night and having the room set and having someone there, and but thanks to Matt Shevitz, who also was very cooperative, because the faculty gets nervous about, will their equipment be destroyed? And there's so many factors. But I think what was important to COD was to have young aspiring artists be comfortable coming to the college. Maybe they'll take a class, or maybe they'll come here as students and build the affinity with a younger group coming up is important to us.
And in fact, I've already had several parents come up to me and said, we live so close to the MAC, we didn't even know about it.
Isn't that crazy?
It's insane to me, but so many have been so complimentary. So what a gorgeous facility. They happened to start their year while we still had Hokusai up.
Oh, so they got to see the museum.
The museum, and so they come in, and all of a sudden they're seeing this thriving cultural center that is in their backyard, and that was part of my own wish for them, was also to get to see this.
It's really nice, and I feel like it fulfills our mission in helping an up-and-coming orchestra, right?
Yeah.
A young person's orchestra.
Yeah.
So what show are you working on, or what kind of music will be in your first show?
Oh, let's see. For the first show, we have, what are some of the big hits? Oh, no. You know what? I should start with last year, because I know this will be of interest to you. Last year, we did a wonderful performance with a very special guest artist that I think is one of your favorites. Happens to be David Taylor.
Oh, wow.
So he came out last year.
David Taylor is the first violin, the concert master for...
Assistant concertmaster for Chicago Symphony.
He's an amazing violinist. What did he perform?
He did the Carmen Fantasy that he did with us a couple of years ago. Wow, a lot
you
of
got
fun.
The big gun.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And before that, their previous guest artist was Rachel Barton Pine, another fantastic violinist. Wow. So they have a huge history of getting some really prominent names to work with them. And of course, for the orchestra to be able to keep up with that, they're no slouches either. On the same performance last year, we did Scheherazade. That was one of our biggest achievements of last year, for sure.
So is this symphony orchestra, how many, are there a lot of other symphony orchestras for youth in DuPage? Are you the game in town?
There's one other, which is Naperville.
Okay.
And then there are all sorts of ensembles throughout the area. I mean, after Naperville, you have to go to maybe Elgin or Schaumburg.
Okay.
But plenty of students, of course, go to Chicago Youth Symphony as well. So there are quite a few youth orchestras, but there are also a lot of music programs.
So do kids have to audition to get in?
Yes, they do.
They do?
Yes.
And at what age can they start auditioning?
Whatever age they would like to.
Okay.
All of our audition requirements are on our website. Which is ysdp.org.
ysdp.org for YouthSymphonyDuPage.org. And when are auditions?
Auditions are always just before the summer, so they're right at the end of the school year.
Like in May?
Yeah, they're usually due early June.
Early June.
They're posted usually by around February or March.
And if kids want to audition, do they just go on the website and get all the information?
Yep.
Do they come in with their own music, or do you have them play something for you?
There's a whole list of requirements. So they have to play, depending on the orchestra they're auditioning for and their skill level. They'll find what matches to them.
Okay.
There's always an excerpt that's chosen by the conductor of the ensemble. And then there's your solo repertoire you bring in and scales. So there's a whole list of stuff on the website.
So this is not just sign up and we'll teach you how to play. I could not be in Youth Symphony DuPage.
Well, I've never heard you play
I don't play anything, so probably not. You're so polite.
But yeah, I mean, it's at the same time, it's not some sort of exclusive club that is inaccessible to everybody. You know,
You find a place.
Yeah, we're there for the students of the area. And if a certain orchestra's repertoire looks a little bit too challenging for you when you look at the excerpt, go to the next one down. You're going to find something that works, you know, and then you just work your way up from there.
That's great.
Now, I should also say we do have rolling admissions for select instruments that we're still in need of.
Okay.
So that's open year-round. You just have to contact us through the website.
Okay.
So yeah, those are very specific instruments, like certain woodwinds and brass and percussion instruments. Yeah.
Well, Ben, we wish you all the best, and we're so proud of you, and thanks for coming on the show, and we hope to see them perform before a show at New Phil and go out to Wentz and see a show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Be sure to visit the MAC for the upcoming events. For tickets or more information, visit atthemac.org. We look forward to seeing you at the theater and next time on Backstage Buzz.